Okay, we're in business, y'all. I gotta get another charger. We are leaving the hotel. Actually, we are walking to go get some breakfast. Checkout is at 11, so we're gonna go get some breakfast. Gonna walk on the beach a little bit, and after we get some breakfast and walk on the beach a little bit, we're gonna head back to Barranquilla to the other Airbnb. We got another what? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We got another 5 days left, almost a little 4 days. I don't know, another 4 days left before we head back to the States. We'll be back here next month. We're gonna be back here next month. We'll be back in Bogota next month, and then we'll decide whether or not we'll come back to Barranquilla or if we'll go to Cuba in June. We haven't really figured it out yet, but you guys know I'm doing the whole preparing to come every other week. So when we build a legacy here, we can spend more time. I'm for once every other month until we retire in 8 years. And when we retire in 8 years, we'll be here 6 months, or at least a month at a time, or at least 3 months at a time. So walk with me. I don't know how long my Wi-Fi router going to charge, because I had my battery pack charging on it, but for some reason it's not charged. The battery pack's not charging it. I think it might be messed up. So we're gonna walk to the beach and get something to eat, and hopefully the router stays on the whole time. If it doesn't, maybe I'll go live from my phone, because I do got service. So take a walk with me, y'all. I'm gonna get to your comments in a second. I literally have not looked at the chat yet, because I was just getting everything set up, hoping that this router lasts. But this has been a great trip, honestly. If I ever came to Santa Marta again, or whenever I do come to Santa Marta again, I would stay in the same place, because although it's not close to central area, you can pretty much take like a $5, $6 taxi or Uber all the way there, like 15 minutes. So, and then most importantly, you can walk here. Now, it is going to be more touristic expensive. If you do want something a little bit more economical, you will want to stay in like the central area of Santa Marta. This area is called Taganga. I'm hopefully pronouncing it right by this time. So it's more of the tourist area next to the beach. It's going to be a little bit more pricey, but when I say pricey, I'm talking about less than American prices, but more than like Barranquilla. It is more than Barranquilla. I forgot to turn this thing on, my fault. The sound was kind of diverted or diluted, y'all. I forgot to turn my my walkie thing on. Hold on a second, y'all. Make sure it's still on. Hold on. Okay, it should be on, but it doesn't look like it's connected. It's crazy. All right, so if it doesn't work right, it's gonna be good. We're gonna keep the live going this way, so you will hear me, but you might not hear me as good as you normally do, because it doesn't appear that the microphone is connected to the Osmo. So it sounds like that might be a little bit more annoying. So bear with me, y'all. Maybe we'll try again when we sit down, as long as it still lasts while we sit down. But let's enjoy the day, man. Put it back on me real quick. It's about 82 degrees out here in Santa Marta. We are linking. All right, so we are going to probably link up with one of the brothers that's down here from the States. Today, I think is his last day. He leaves tomorrow morning, and so we'll probably link up and go out somewhere tonight. I do plan on possibly taking the girls to Killy, if they still want to go, because she has been watching my posts, but we'll see how that goes. I don't really mind, because I had a great time here. So it's like, I didn't mind posting. I just wanted to share with you guys. Shout out to Fly Shadoni in the building. Shout out to Eddie J in the building. What's going on? John Davis, what up, what up, what up? Is Shorty going? Yeah, Shorty going. She left last night. Like, the whole thing was, I was on the borderline of keeping her for today, but then I'm like, what I don't want to do is wake up and on the last day, she sees an opportunity. Now, I didn't feel like she was that way. Her friend had some opportunistic means that she did, but it wasn't nothing crazy. Maybe ordering extra food to take home, which was annoying, but we'll do a whole review about that when we get back. I don't want to do the review while I'm still here. But she did order some extra food, which was annoying. But if she'd asked me, I'd have still paid for it. I would still did. I still did it. But she didn't. She just ordered it, took it out home, and she tried to delete some of my videos that I took of her, not of them, but of her. Actually them. she tried to delete some videos I took of her, but then she tried to also send them to her friend. So she had to ask me, I'm just letting you know since you guys are tuned in right now, she had to ask me, like, yo, I try to send these pictures to my friend. They say they on your, hold up. They say they on your phone, but let me mute that part because I know we get the spam calls this time. But she know I can see the picture on your phone, but I can't send them. I'm like, where they at? I don't see them on phone. Like, why are they on my phone? So look, they're in the trash. I'm like, why are they in the trash? But you know, once you put them in the trash, they don't automatically delete. You gotta empty the bin. So then I took them out the trash and I sent them. I was like, yo, I gave you my phone to look through to do the pictures, so you could tell me which ones you want to send. And you deleted like all of them, plus some pictures I took yesterday. So I was like, yeah, you gotta go. So I sent her back on her way, to the house. And me and her friend went out last night. Like she was originally gonna come with us last night to let me walk the beach, and then we come back the other way. She was originally going to come with us last night, to the downtown central area. We get all dressed up and go out. But when she deleted the pictures off my phone, I'm like, yo, spin. I had a spinner. Like a spin. I sent her shout out to Sunday Night Smoke and the good fellas. Yeah, I had the spinner. So I spent and told her to go back home, and me and her friend went out. And that's when we went to, and her friend didn't want nothing expensive. She just wanted some pizza. I ended up getting some pasta. Really good night. Good night. Very good night. So then again, I was contemplating leaving her in the morning. I was like, nah, we had such a good time, even with your friend trying to take a little bit of opportunity. I was like, you know what? This has probably been the most perfect time I could have never expected. So let me get her to leave tonight so that we don't have an issue in the morning if she sees me sleeping, just so happens to say hi. And I end up giving her a hundo, like just for out of the love of the game. I brought her that bag too. I thought it was like $30, but it was really like $90 or $80 for the 2 bags. But everything was 100% worth it. Again, her friend didn't get a penny, but it was definitely a vibe, y'all. Shout out to Show Enough in the building. What's going on? Travel Symbol. What up? Hey, Sim, Jersey in the building. Salute, bro. Looks like you had a good time. I had a great time this trip, y'all. I'm not even gonna cap, y'all. Honestly, this trip was supposed to be great. And then it took a fall, and it could have been trash. And then it took a jump, and it was even greater. So it went from like, could be an 8-9 trip to down to maybe a 2-3 trip. Oh, what's up, man? What's up? Oh, to like a 2-3 trip, and then now it's about a 9-10 trip. So it was definitely dope how it worked out, and I couldn't even have planned it. Like you have to be me to really understand how serious I am when I say dog. I literally talked to her for 30 minutes. She said she was going. She's like, I'm going for a 2-day disappearance. Matter of fact, it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. She was Friday and Saturday because she left Sunday. She left this morning. So again, that was something that was like unexpected, bro. It's truly unexpected, man. This is the restaurant I got the food from. Hello, how you doing? But it definitely was these dogs. I don't know what these dogs doing. It was definitely something that was extremely good. Let me see. Tosu, what's going on? How long is the drive from Santa Marta to Barranquilla? I think the drive is like 2 hours. But with traffic, it could be like 2 hours and 30 minutes. Remember, I told people, if you're going to do it, either do it with a private driver that you personally know, or do it on Uber, or take the bus. The reason why is because there's like a good 30 to 40 minute stretch where there's no service, and anything can go down if you get caught out there with somebody you don't know, just a regular taxi cab, and it just, I mean, even though it's most likely not to happen, if it does happen, oh, you are SOL, swole out of luck, y'all, because it's like literally no service. I rarely ever around the world where I've been had no service on my phone, like, and on my Wi-Fi router. And the place that I had no service was either where we was at by the waterfalls in the Minca area, and also on the drive from Barranquilla to Santa Marta. This is another more like a hostel or like a hotel. I'm guessing it's a lot less expensive, but it's right on the beach per se. You still got to walk around the back, so we'll walk right there. But again, I like the cabana that we staying in because it gives you more seclusion. You can do stuff on the balcony because nobody can see you, and it has a jacuzzi out there. So it was definitely a place I would stay back again, and it wasn't expensive. I think it was like $166 for like 2 nights. So, you know, I mean, it is off season though, so maybe that could be a thing. Off season, not really off season. It was a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Santa Marta is definitely a nice vibe, y'all. It is definitely a nice vibe. Let me see. Again, there is a airport in Santa Marta. There is an airport in Santa Marta, but again, I was coming from Barranquilla, so the airport in Santa Marta probably isn't as far as Barranquilla. It's probably like 20-30 minutes, something like that max. So was there no service in certain areas? Again, the only 2 areas there was no service is on the drive to Santa Marta from Barranquilla. There was like a 40-minute no service like at all. And mind you, the right Wi-Fi router that I have is actually stronger than the regular service because it connects to the Colombian satellites with a higher priority than a cell phone. And even that didn't get any service. So that definitely was it was something that noticeable. And the other place there was no service at all, which really was bad because when there's no service, you can't pay with your card with anything. So when we went to the Minka, which is up in the hills, and we went into the waterfalls, it was no service, so I couldn't buy any drinks. I couldn't do anything like that because I didn't bring any like Colombian currency really. I had some money I could exchange to from dollars to there, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna have to use that money for some extracurricular activities and stuff like that. Surprisingly, I didn't really have to, so I end up leaving with more than I expected to. I'm going to end up leaving with more than I had expected to Santa Marta. Probably spending in Barranquilla though, so we'll see. Let's see. You're right. The vibe was good too. Of her, and yeah, and I slept super peacefully. I slept peacefully and woke up without having to look around and stare. Because again, sometimes, mind you, as fast as I met her, it was a big risk, and I told people it was a risk. Sometimes risks pay off to be what it is this time, which is amazing. Like this is probably I threw $1 in the pot and got back 10. This is the type of risk this was. But then the other time, when I was risking trying to bring the other 2 from Topanga, matter of fact, they might have been from up here, or it's from some town out here. I gave 20 to try to get them here and didn't get nothing back except for some pictures or videos. So like. And it wasn't even like no videos. It was just like a picture of the video. So, okay, my earphones are talking now. So basically, again, you don't win every time you take a risk. Sometimes you take a risk and you win. Sometimes you take a risk and you lost. When I was in Barranquilla during Carnival, I took a $20 risk and it didn't pan out. This time I took a risk with everything being stolen, and that panned out spectacular, better than I expect. Her bringing her friend having extremely good energy outside of the situations we had with the her being opportunistic without asking. But yo, again, I wouldn't change anything off of this trip, man. Even if I had a day's notice that Wendy would have canceled on me at the last minute, even if I had a day's notice, I would not have changed anything. I would have still wanted to meet these women. I would still wanted to go out. I would have still wanted to experience this Airbnb, walk the beach on my last hour and a half before I go back to Barranquilla. Barranquilla is going to be more chill, except I'm going to go out. Like I said, if you're just joining the live, I'm going to go out with one of the homies that I met online, and he lives in the States. And we'll probably go out, probably get some Johns. And then tomorrow is Thursday. I'll probably take a relaxation. I gotta go to get my phone switched. I got the iPhone now. I gotta switch that from my Claro phone. I gotta add that to my Claro phone. So and then I'm going with Barranquilla Beauty. I'm gonna give her a little something too, but I'm going with the Barranquilla Beauty you seen on the Carnival video, on the Barranquilla Carnival video I dropped in February, because she's going to show me. I mean, she's got her. The phone is basically in her name, so with the phone being in her name, she has to be there for me to make any major changes, like the phone, the actual phone and stuff. So, you know, other than that, I paid my bill for 6 months, so that's gonna be good because I'm gonna be coming back and forth to Colombia for the next every other month. Bigs up showing that traditional dating. again, man, like that's one thing I want to continue to do. I will have another one or two. I believe I should. So far, based on the video I have, I should have at least one or two episodes of the Art of Riz coming out. So if I have one or two episodes of the Art of Riz, it should be in the dating aspect, because I do want to give like a wide thing. I'm going to figure out something I'm going to eat though, because I'm some eggs. It's still early though. But I just want to walk around because I don't know how long this I do not know how long the Wi-Fi router is going to stay up. So I just want to give you guys as much time live as I can. You guys got any questions or anything, and you're just tuning in? We are in Topagana, tag. Oh my God, tag. Oh my God, what is? Whatever. We're in Santa Marta. We're in a part of Santa Marta they called. They have a name for it. It's like I said. You see how fast I got to the beach. So that's what I mean by, like, you know, it's really it's like right at the beach. So one of the fly boy, Simba said he be here, and Medi and CTG starting Friday. That's gonna be dope, man. Again, there's a lot of other brothers everywhere right now. Shout out to OG Mike D Travels, DDTV. He's in Cartagena. I believe the Homies Hub is in Medellin. I believe DCPRT rather, is also in Medellin. There's another brother that was in Santa Marta. I think he was going back to Barranquilla. I'm not too sure. And again, there's a lot of people here now and I think that's going to be the the main stance of the future for a while, because as long as, here's one thing people never know, as long as the war is going on, flying all the way across to the Middle East, or flying all the way across to like a Thailand or Asia, like anywhere in Asia or even Australia at some points, it's like people would do it. They want to explore, but the people who want to go more on an enjoyment thing, the people who don't want to take too many risks, they're going to go to all the neighboring countries. They're going to go to Mexico. They're going to go to Colombia. They're going to go to Brazil. They're going to probably go to Brazil. They're going to go to and they might not go to Brazil, because Brazil is a lot more expensive than people like to think. Like, a lot of people, they kind of consider Brazil South America, but because they speak a different language and the culture is different, it's a lot more expensive, and it's more closer to United States dollars than Colombia, Brazil, Costa Rica, outside of San Jose. Outside of high school, it's more closer to United States prices for majority of stuff, especially if you're staying in Rio. Like, of course, if you go to Sao Paulo, you'll be okay some places, but when I say Brazil, 90% of people, I know the whole Brazil. I know different parts of Brazil, but when I say Brazil, I'm referring to what people always say when they speak in Brazil. They talk about Rio. They're not talking about the whole Brazil. They're not talking about what's that, Barra Tijuca. They're not talking about the Amazonia. They're talking about Rio. So in Rio, it is a lot more expensive than a lot of people think. So I think while it is expensive, Brazil might still be going in. Colombia, Dominican Republic, I think people will start to go more to Dominican Republic, maybe not Sosua, maybe to go to Punta Cana. I think a lot of more people will start to go to Santo Domingo. So you'll see it in the next year. If people are traveling, that they'll only be really traveling to the main areas here. You know what I mean? The main close areas. Is it cheaper in Santa Marta? Okay, so there's two parts of Santa Marta. There's the tourist area I'm in right now called Topaga, and then there's the central area. And there's three parts, because there's also the Minca area. The central area is a lot less expensive than this area. But this area isn't as expensive as the Cartagena or Poblado and Medellin, because of the fact that as you can see, there's a lot of locals that operate here also. So while this is the tourist area, a lot of people aren't paying top dollar what they were paying Cartagena or paying El Poblado, because the locals, as you can see, they sit down, they eat here too, they function here too, and they say, oh, but there's two menus. Not really, because all of the prices are on the thing really. So they just up it up a little bit, and if the people who live here, they usually go somewhere else, or they'll come here and have something to eat like this right here, or drinks like this. But again, y'all, I spent 5K in 2 weeks in Rio, but that was during Carnival. Yeah, that was a, you know, so no, that's not bad. That's really not bad because I spent like 4K on in Rio, and that was in 2026 during Carnival. So if it only went up $1,000 in 10 years, that's not really that bad. But for me, it was a one-time thing. I don't think I need to go to Carnival again. I will go. I may go to Brazil again. I did like Brazil, but for Carnival, that's a one-time thing for me. Now Barranquilla Carnival, I go almost every year. Cali Petronio Alvarez, I go every year because not only is it a great activity, and not only is it cost efficient, but it's close enough where even the flights won't get too absurd. A Brazil flight during Carnival can run you $1,100. A flight alone could run you $1,100, and it's a longer time there, as you know. So let's see. I think we're gonna go to that other restaurant I seen there. Let me just finish walking this whole thing because I just want to walk back to the place where we was at because I want to show you guys everything. So for me, while I like Brazil, he said I was going nuts as well. Freaky frog stuff. That's crazy. Let me see. Hold up. The old girl. Okay. Did Eddie J? I missed him. My fault, y'all. How long the bus was? Full court. Shout out to Full Court Hooper in the building. So there was no service. I got into that part. Fly shit only. You did the right thing and took care of her. And yeah, you got that part, which is better for you. Barranquilla is just more to do. To me, Barranquilla has way more to do and is open for the majority part every night, and it's more eclectic when it comes to like here. There's actually a lot of like black here. There's a lot of mixture here. There's a lot of caramel people here. But as far as like things to do, if you're not like extremely into beach culture, I don't know, or beach culture or like nature stuff, I don't know. Because the hill, like I said, it does have the beach and the hills, which is kind of dope. But I just think Barranquilla has way more things to do and is more international of a city. Let me see. Did old girl explain why she deleted the content off of YouTube? She had said she didn't want me to post a video, or picture or something where like her, it's in the membership. But she didn't want me to post a video of a setup that had her look like her and her best friend, because they were best friends. They are our best friends, my fault. Like the kissing each other or something. Like not kissing each other, but like looking like they're kissing each other because they're close enough. But I was like, I'm not gonna post that one. I'm gonna post the rest of them, but I'm not gonna post that one. But she didn't understand it because my Spanish is not great to be that descriptive, and I just didn't feel like translating it because I'm like, why? But then I was like, all right, so let me know what pictures is okay. I mean, let me know. Then she asked me to send pictures. Then she asked me to send some pictures to to her friend, but I don't have a friend number on my United States phone. I had it on my Colombian phone. So, buenos días, señora. ¿Ese desayuno? ¿Tú tienes un menú aquí? Sí, ya tengo. Gracias. Pretty siento today. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta look at the menu and see what I want for breakfast. I really want like eggs and fried. What's the name? Give me a second. Let me see. ¿Tú tienes? ¿Tú tocas cartera? ¿Cómo? Cajera. Un segundo. ¿Puedo yo usar cajera?
Cajero,
sí, cajero.
Aquí.
Sí, aquí. Perfecto.
De poli. De poli.
No, puedo yo no usa aquí.
Para pagar.
Sí, para pagar.
Sí, pero te cobran un porcentaje.
Es bien, pero yo puedo usar.
Sí.
Es bien. ¿Tú tienes arroz con huevos?
Con huevo. Pero ¿cómo lo quieres? ¿Revuelto?
Sí, arroz con huevos y pollo.
Y pollo. Pero pollo a la plancha, a la grill.
La plancha, sí.
Pollo a la grill, arroz y huevos.
¿Y ensalada?
Pero los huevos como batidos,
sí,
con tomate, cebolla.
Perfecto.
Ok, entonces pollo, huevos revueltos, arroz.
Sí. ¿Y tú tienes limonada natural?
Sí, natural.
¿Con azúcar?
Sí.
Perfecto. Gracias, señora. All right. Perfect, y'all. She had exactly what I wanted, y'all. Exactly what I wanted, man. Let me see. Let me get y'all comments again. Again, she didn't explain why she deleted it. I didn't give her a chance to explain why she deleted it because I trusted her with my phone so she could. Because I didn't. I was like, hey, just send the picture that you want to send to your girl. You right next to your girl. Send the picture. So I see her playing with the phone, but I don't think nothing of it because I'm like, she just picked what picture she wanted to send. So then again, she gave me the phone. She said she can't send the pictures. I'm like, what you mean? I go to WhatsApp. I try to send them. They don't pop up. I'm like, where they at? What pictures you trying to see? Send. And I start noticing it don't like all my videos and pictures are there from like the last 2 days. So she's like, no, it's in the trash. I'm like, what you mean it's in the trash? Why'd you put it in the trash? No, give me my phone. And I'm like, yo, show me what picture you want me to send. And you know, because again, she didn't know that either she didn't know or she just didn't have the time to erase all of them. She just put them in the trash. And for those that know, photos in the trash, I think they stay in the trash for 30 days before they get deleted automatically. So I didn't give her a chance to say anything. After that point, it was like excommunication. I wasn't really communicating with her because I was just so protrude that the fact that she had the gall, the audacity, the mental capability to take my phone and delete something out of my phone, and I just met her. So yeah, she had to get up out of here. And I told her friend, I said, yo, if I ever see you again, don't bring her. Don't. She can't come. Especially since I paid for the trips there. They didn't have to come out of they didn't come out of a penny for nothing. And she asked for some glasses, which was like 30 mil pesos, which was like $10. So I got her some sunglasses because the friend had sunglasses, and paid for all the food again, liquor, bought 2 bottles, again, and so with all that, I said, yo, she's cooked. But content wise, she held it down for real. Let's see. Eddie said, make sure I got everybody. Got the old girl explain, big up. Okay, big up. Just from dating, got that part. All right, so we caught up now. Show enough said my flight was 1,300. Wow, that's crazy. Based from Atlanta nonstop, but I needed I need to upgrade extra row seats and extra check bag. Okay, I was trying to figure out because I'm like, normally it's like 900 from like Atlanta or New York. It's like 900 if you book early enough. If you book last minute, we know it could be $2,000 for a flight to Carnival the week before, or maybe even 2 weeks before. But if you book within like a month and a half, nah, you definitely get that for like $1,000. You definitely get that for $1,000, but you're not gonna sit in the extra row. You're gonna have a corner seat, or a window seat, or aisle seat. Let's see. Cali, Colombia. He said, I plan to come to Petronio Alvarez. Okay, that's what it is. I'm definitely booked. I'm booked in the same Airbnb. I done paid for my flight. I done paid for I done put a down deposit for the Airbnb. They done canceled the days out on Airbnb. But I deal directly with the lady now. So she canceled the days out on Airbnb. I had to put down 300. I think I owe 700. We worked out a plan where it's gonna cost me like a little bit over 1,000, like $1,050 or something like that. I'm going for less time though. I think I'm going for 9 days this time, or 10 days. 10 days, 9 nights. So and then she adjusted with the time because I think I'm getting there either extremely early in the morning or extremely late. I'm not certain, but I'm getting there either extremely early or extremely late. Let me see. So the festival is in Cali, Colombia, for Court Hooper. Again, there's a lot of people. Like last year, there was a lot of brothers that was there. But this year, I have a big feeling that there's going to be far more brothers from the States, and even sisters, a lot of sisters. There's going to be far more people that go this year. And I'm happy because this year I don't have to focus on recording as much. I will still do lives like this, but as far as edited content, outside of the summary video I make with the music, I'm not really planning on doing any edited content. Just walkthroughs that maybe I could turn into like a Art of Riz, something like that, and just straight recording like this. Because I've already shown Cali 3 times already, and the last time was a live stream masterclass. So there's really no need for me to even go into having to lose sleep. But so I'm hoping that this time I'll go and help out other creators who may have a less of a audience, or that are new to this thing, and I'll be in their videos. I help show them people. We'll talk to women together. We'll go to talk to the culture, people like them. They want to learn about the culture. I can help them introduce them to some people, like stuff like that. Like I just want to be like a liaison for people who are upcoming there, and I don't want to have to focus on myself and recording. And I won't be focused on myself and recording as much when I go. Just enjoying myself, really, pretty much enjoying myself. I always enjoy myself, but you know what I mean. So it's gonna be dope. There's gonna be a lot of other creators. I think Barbara TV said he might go, and he ain't been to Columbia here in a minute. So it's gonna be definitely dope to see other people there. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yo, what's going on? YouTube is a habit. What up? What up? What up? What up? Dirk, D Kirk. What up? What up, D Kirk? Let's see. Is it difficult to have a good time in Santa Marta without knowing a lot of Spanish? All right, so I have to take this in. You have to take this in consideration. Oh, thank you so much. You have to take this in consideration that I brought sand. I didn't actually bring sand to the beach. I organized stuff before I came. If I would have came here solo, could I have found something walking down the beach? I really believe so. I really believe so. Knowing Spanish, bigly, yes. Can you just walk up to somebody? It's not an abundance of women in this area our age. Now, if you go to El Centro on a Saturday or Friday, I think you can leave with something without having to come out of pocket. Or if you want to come out of pocket, I think you can. El Centro, if you haven't seen the video last night when we was walking through El Centro, you could kind of see the setup, the streets, everybody down there. You could kind of see the setup pretty easily. And it's more packed on the weekends with all the type of things that people like. But I don't know if there's a place where you can go, like a Parque Yeres or a clock tower, where you can just point and click. So it really depends on what you consider difficult. It really depends on what you consider difficult to whether or not you're able to do something. Hopefully this gives me an hour. You'll sit here, we'll eat, we'll talk. Hopefully this gives me an hour on here before the service, the battery on my Wi-Fi router dies. If it does, I'll be happy because I want to make this. I'm still happy now because it went over 30 minutes. But I'm just gonna set it up because we're getting ready to eat. And we don't want to watch you eat. You can change the channel. It's all good. No love lost. But it's definitely there you go. Hands free now. It's definitely a vibe if you bring a joint here, you're gonna enjoy yourself a lot. If you bring a joint here, like you bring something here, you're gonna have a lot to like. Especially in the way I'm staying with the jacuzzi, the pool, right by the beach. You can walk on the beach. You can go to the downtown area. You can hop on a moto if you're brave enough. If you have a whole day, you can go out to the Minca. It took me 45 minutes to get to the Minca, I believe. And even when you get to the Minca, it's another 20 or 15-minute bike ride. If you don't like motos, I would say I don't know if you're going to get the best experience at the Minca, because there is an area where you can walk and everything is in like a 10-minute walk, but that's not where the best stuff at. The best stuff is like an hour walking, maybe an hour and 15 minutes walking to get to the best stuff. Or you could take a 15-minute moto. However, if you're not comfortable on a motorcycle, or you don't feel like you're in, whatever, on a motorcycle, don't do it. Because you can go to the Minca, but don't get on a motorcycle because the road is completely bumpy. You're swerving in and out. It's completely bumpy. No cars can make it down there. Only motorcycles can make it down there, and it's really off road. I was able to get video on my phone when we was doing a live stream, and I was able to get 4K video on my Osmo coming back, so you could see it. So again, what you're hearing now, you'll get to see on the main channel eventually. But the road is really, it's not like a straight road like this was paved and stuff. It's rocks and stuff, and if you really, yeah, man. Again, I kid you not, that was probably more dangerous that felt more dangerous than me jumping off the cliff in Medellin. When I jumped off the cliff in Medellin, I felt like I didn't have any control. Only the other guy had control. When I was on this bike, I didn't have any control. Only the bike guy had control. However, I didn't have most control, but I had control on. The issue is that even though we crash landed on when I was doing the parasailing or I don't know what it's called, parasailing, paragliding, my fault. Even though we crash landed and I hurt myself a little bit, I still feel that this motor ride in the fincas, I mean in the mincas, is a lot more dangerous. It's just my opinion, y'all. Just my opinion. Yeah. One thing here also is that a lot of the women are thicker, like yeah. And it's a lot of black women here too. Um, he said, I think I missed this Minka spot. Yeah, you might. If you would know if you went to the Minka. If you went to the Minka, it's a nature type area. It's 45 minutes away from the main part of Santa Marta, so you'll be riding for a while. And when you get there, the car park one place, and they'll tell you got to take a bike everywhere. But again, it's on the video here actually. Is it? I don't think I went live here because there was no service in the water park. But there it is on the main channel. It's under live on the main channel with me and the two girls going to the Minka. Let me see. Shout out to Just Vine in the building. What's going on, y'all? Again, if you're just tuning in, we are in Santa Marta, Taganga, getting ready to head back to Barranquilla. I check out at 11 o'clock from here. My driver will be here, and then I go back down to Barranquilla. When I get to Barranquilla, I'm probably gonna relax for a little bit, and then I'm gonna hit up the brother who is from the States, who's here, who's down there in Barranquilla. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna see, y'all. We definitely gonna see. Let's see. I try to keep this on the hour live, y'all. Again, I have posted some pictures in my membership, because remember, there's 3 levels to the Flyboy Ways channels, and the reason why we set that up is because of them taking my Black Man's Guide, the #1 Black Man's Guide to Cartagena off, and the risk that comes with how things are going. So I have to create barriers to make sure that and there's only one paid barrier, and that's because that's where the stuff that can get hit. It has to be the Black Man's Guide, the full version, not the edited version. I put out a censored version back out, so the only part that's missing is the part that has to be hidden, or the channel can get down. So or the channel can possibly get taken down. So the first level is the main page. This main page is the brand. It's where everything goes. It's always, honestly, I'm always transparent with everything. Then there's stuff, and we got to talk about stuff in deeper that's kind of fishy water. Then I go to the Flyboy Way Live, and we only do those on lives. It's the Flyboy Way Live, one word, the Flyboy Way Live. That's where we at right now, so you guys already know it. But if you are watching this on the other channel, because I posted this video, then that is the channel you can go to watch the more in-depth lives. And then there's the membership, and the membership is the last where I can post stuff. Like if I post a picture of a girl on the brand channel, and somebody is upset because it's their girlfriend, immediately they contact the girl. Now, normally when they contact the girl already know I took a picture. They always, the majority of times, they know that I'm a YouTube content creator, but they don't know how big, how large of a channel I have and how far of an impact mine is. So they'll call me and say, hey, this guy's complaining about this. 90%, 99% of them, 98% never say take it down. No, 99% never say take it down. But occasionally I get it, can you take this one down, or can you take this one down? And once I start seeing a woman's like that, I start to pull back from her, because I'm like, I never show a woman in a crazy light, and so for her to say take something down, I'll be like, I give her one chance, and then if she keeps saying it, then I just completely we don't have to be around each other anymore. But and that's like 98% don't say that. So the three levels is the brand channel, the Flyboy Way Live channel, and then the membership. Let's see. Again, I'm trying to make this an hour, but I don't know if I will. Maybe when the food comes. If you guys got any questions, had any questions, but we're not gonna stretch it out to an hour if we don't need be. So if you got any questions, because again, we got to get it. We're gonna have to probably buy a charger from the store for the whistling, for my Wi-Fi router, because again, it should have been fully charged, and it's not fully charged. I don't even want to look at it because it's working right now. So yeah, man, it's a great journey. This is a great journey. I'm really happy how it turned out, because I would have been disappointed if I would have had to go find something to hang out with while I was here, and I didn't have anything already set up. Even though I thought that it was going to be more difficult to be able to. That's it, yeah. Even though I what did I say? Hold on 1 second. Even though I would have had an amazing time, I had a good time anyway. It's hold up. Shucks. 1 second, y'all. Even though I would have had an amazing time anyway, it's a lot more difficult to hold on. Shucks. It's a lot more difficult to really enjoy yourself if you got to go looking for company, because again, as a content creator, while a lot of people will say it's all about the women because that's all they see in people's videos, honestly, as somebody who's been creating content for over 20 years, who's been on YouTube for almost 17 years, it doesn't matter if you create the best content on the Inca, doing some imaginary stuff, cultural stuff. You're going to be limited to what people want to watch. And while I have 2,800 videos, let's say 2,000 of them could be me showing the culture and me showing the thing of the world. But those other 800 are the ones that everybody know because I always put a woman in them. You have to understand that sometimes if you want to get your message across, you got to have women. Most of the time, if you want to get your message across, you got to have women in it, or you got to give the idea of attraction or quote unquote sexuality on the channel. You have to. If you're a creator, if you're an educator, you know why? Because it's rare that you're able to be doing it. Like when I say rare, I mean the percentage. If the percentage is lower than 30% chance, it's rare. If the percentage is lower than 50%, it's not. It's most unlikely. But so, if you have a video with a woman, you are over 50% likely to get views. If you have a video that's educating people and it doesn't have a woman in it and it doesn't have some kind of spectacular thing, you're probably 20% of the chance of people will even get a chance to see it because that's not what they promote. So, again, when I tell you this stuff, it's simply because it's easy to just say, oh, everyone just goes to overseas for women, rather than to take the time to realize, yo, everyone goes overseas for whatever reason they do. But the content that people watch the most is the content with the women. It may not even be the majority of the content of the creator that you're watching. It might just be, oh snap, those are the videos that you want to see, that your algorithm feeds you. And again, when you got to do research, you got to always understand that most people are just gonna say, nah, we ain't gonna do it. You're a mongrel and stuff like that. And I see how some people get upset, but when you're here for the bigger plan, the bigger picture, I'm sure you guys are looking out for me. When you're here for the bigger plan and the bigger picture, you don't really take too much thought into that. I'm trying to zoom in, but she over here. She going that way, but yeah, whatever. You don't really take too much. You don't really put too much investment in that. But I've seen it. It does get to a lot of people's heads. It does get to a lot of people's minds. 1 second. He said you got great clear footage on these lives. And yeah, thanks, appreciate it. Again, I could have went the route of the backpack, but one thing I realized is that I'm not a backpacker. And growing up in Newark, New Jersey, and New Jersey in general, and moving around with the people I move around with, I never thought I never imagined being like the type of content creator that walks around with a backpack, because my energy and my charisma is usually what gets me, I guess the conversation and stuff. And I think that having a backpack, people they pull back a little bit when they see you with a backpack. Maybe if you got something like this, they don't bother you. But when you got like a real backpack on and you're recording, people pull back, versus when you're just generally talking to them like this, or like I was speaking to the lady right there, or when I was talking to the other person. Like, it's just genuine. Like, it feels more genuine when you don't have a bunch of stuff with you, like a camera and a backpack and a thing on your sleeve and all that stuff. That's why I assume, I don't know, I presume, I don't know. That's why I would say, like, if you watch like an iShow Speed, who's younger guy, he hasn't been doing it as long, but the people that advise them to not carry anything, let everybody else film, you got to understand. For example, the Cali Columbia live streams I did was probably are the dopest live streams I have, some of the top dopest live streams I have ever had. But it was because I didn't have to do all the camera recording. I didn't have to point and click and do all this stuff. All I had to do was be myself, show my personality. And even though I show my personality and when I do live stream myself, me holding a camera, somebody's going to respond to me different than me just walking up to them talking. And that's what I try to get people to understand, because a lot of people haven't been in the content creation game long enough to really understand that. And a lot of people don't do the research to see exactly how things work. So again, I wanted to do live streams, but I had to do it at a minimal carry weight, because that's the only way I can keep a strong connection. And the Osmo Pocket 3, it's small enough where it doesn't obnoxiously point out like a big camera, and it's not attached to a wire or a cord, so it's not objectively visible as easy because there's no cord to it. And the screen is so clear, a lot of people like looking at themselves in the screen. And also, you can live stream from it using a Wi-Fi router like this right here, where I'll show you right now. Using a router like this, you could use the router. I use this router, this little small router. I could put right in my fanny pack for all intents and purposes, man bag. And it's not a big one, pause, where I got to carry a book bag, and then I may deter people from wanting to have a conversation or even open it up honestly, because they're like camera, and they're thinking camera all the time. That's just the way people socially work. Sure enough says, what do you tell these women? Let's go back. He said, you got a good clear photos of the game. Yeah, this is definitely, I mean, I don't mind giving the game for free. I think it'll help somebody down the line. He says, what do you tell the women to, shout out to V Swells in the building. What do you tell the women to get them on YouTube? Do you pay them to have them on YouTube channel? The only women that I pay to be on my YouTube channel are snacks. I pay all snacks to be on my YouTube channel because it is a performance of them. I am in the performance in the beginning because it has to be that way for me to be able to let the content exist. But most of it is them performing. I perform too when I act out stuff. I do stuff when they dancing, but it's their performance. So I need to pay them for their services for all snacks. There are a lot of snacks now that don't care to be paid. They just want to be on the channel because they know how much publicity they're going to get from being on my channel. However, I even if it's a friend, I pay them because it covers me and makes it more of a business transaction than a personal favor, which can lead to other things or can take the video down, Poppy. I would say I always start off, before I meet a woman, I always start off letting them know I'm an influencer. Like, I know I didn't used to say influencer, but because it's so worldly wide understood, not accepted, but understood, it's the easiest thing to say. I am an influencer. If you watched the video last night, when the girl told the lady I was an influencer, then she wanted to come on camera. The lady at the store we bought her bags from, that I'm an influencer. She wanted to come on camera. She wanted me to show her cards. She wanted me to show her business, because people around the world are now getting tuned into the fact that being an influencer or being filmed by an influencer can make your store or your business go viral. It may be by accident. It may be something happened in the background. It may be bad, but regardless of what it is, people will come to find out what it feels like. They want to get that same experience as the influencer. So a lot more people are going to start being, and they are already in my book, from me traveling around the world, more influencer friendly, because they're like, damn, even if something bad happens in my restaurant, that's publicity and I'm going to get more customers. And then as long as it doesn't happen again, I don't get a straight bad review. I get a bunch of mixed reviews, which is great because it's just money. It's people's attention. Shout out to Chestnut in the building. We'll get you your comments too. I'm just breezing over it while we wait for the food. So while we had back in like quote unquote Sasua days, a lot of people were like, oh, you can't film here, don't film us, this and this. As the economy gets worse for a lot of people, and the people who it doesn't get worse for are the people who are being filmed, being interviewed, being shown by these influencers like myself, like other creators who travel, like other creators who live in certain areas, the thought around it is going to switch. I know people are like, that probably will never happen in certain places. But we gotta remember, and I'm gonna get real black right here. Slavery was legal at one point, and it's not now because people changed their mind on how they looked at things and what they could benefit off of it. Marijuana was illegal at one point. In most places in the United States, it now isn't. Why? Because people changed their mind on how much money they can make and what they could do with it. So filming, while it's not illegal, it's frowned upon. But once people start to see more and more, like they're seeing now, how much making money from the influencer just going to your shop, ISO Speed, Kai Cenat, Mr. Beast pulls up into your spot with a camera, now your spot is famous. Or one of us pulls up to your spot, me, V Swells, somebody else, they'll pull up to your spot, and all of a sudden now everyone that's from that community goes to your spot. That's it, Perfecto. Oh, this is amazing. Let me show you the food real quick, and then we gonna go get something to eat, y'all. Look at that. Yeah. Ooh, yes. We getting busy, y'all. She made it just what exactly one. Pechuga, arroz, con huevos. We gonna put some hot sauce on that thing now. Señora, yo tengo preguntas, señora.
Sí.
¿Cuál es el nombre de este restaurante?
Mama Zulma.
Mama Zuma. ¿Este de Pacífico?
Tenemos dos costas mezcladas. ¿Por qué? Porque mi mamá es de acá de la costa Caribe,
Sí.
de acá de Taganga, y mi padre es del Pacífico.
Ah, so mira mío.
Sí.
Ah, sí, bien. Me gusta.
Bueno,
Gracias.
buen provecho.
Gracias. Alright, y'all. So we'll probably tag again. I'll tag a location or something in here. Let me I gotta use my phone real quick. Because I need to take this video real quick. AT chilling. What up? Take the video of the food so I can tag her in it on the restaurant and stuff. So give me a second, y'all. Turn the light on. Shine the light on it. Oh. Early morning breakfast, y'all. All right, so we're about to dig into this delicious breakfast here in Tapagana, Santa Marta, Taganga, Santa Marta at the beach. The beach right here, beachfront restaurant. Food looks delicious. Got the hot sauce and ketchup, the natural lemonade. And we're gonna dig in, y'all. So y'all come check it out. All right, peace. I'll get back to you guys in a second. Somebody asked earlier, Toast, how long is... Oh, you got this one. Appreciate that, Chestnut. All right. All right, that's good. Put some ketchup and hot sauce in this bad boy. Make sure the sauce is tomato. Yep. Oh, yeah. Some hot sauce on that chicken. See, I got. One thing you're gonna see a lot in every restaurant is little flies, but you just gotta swat them away because it's hot, so you're gonna be here. Oh, mosquito repellent. You definitely gonna put mosquito repellent on when you come here, because I got bit up. I don't know if it was at the river or when we was at the pool the other day, but I got bit up. So. Delicious. And we'll end this live in 6 minutes, y'all. So you guys got any questions last minute? We got 6 minutes to do it. To pause. To go over any questions. And we make this live an hour. Hour-long live. That's what I need it right here, y'all. This is what I need it. Mm. It's good, really good. I know it's 10 o'clock. Y'all probably not hungry. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Y'all probably are hungry. Lunchtime. They smacking food. Oh, my driver just hit me up. Hold on. He's on the way. No heart. Can't heart your driver. Mm. Oh, wow. Big fly. Pool party out in Colombia. I try to do a pool party because maybe have some friends over and some ladies too, but not a big bash because then I gotta wash my stuff. And I'm not sure we can have parties yet. I had a couple people. I had on live. I had a live in Colombia where it was me and my boy, Stillmatic. Shout out to Stillmatic. And we had two chicks there. We played games for like 3 hours on live. Like 3 hours on live, we played games. Uno, dominoes, Jenga. It was a vibe. I like you get 4 more people. I think it'd be swim. The jacuzzi is cold, but it gets hot. So you got a jacuzzi and a pool. As you know, so enough. Sinloa, what's going on? He said, I'm thinking of spending 4 days in Barranquilla. Is this doable enough? Yes. Yes, it is. Even during Carnival, 4 days is a great time. But it does depend what 4 days. Sunday, much don't happen on Sunday. Clubs and stuff are still open, but Sunday, no. So you want to go, if you can, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, leave Sunday. Or leave Monday. And the reason why I say this is because even though nothing happens on Sunday, odds are you're going to meet either a non-pro or meet a pro that you like within Thursday or Friday, and you're going to want to vibe with her on Sunday and just sit and relax. That's when you get to see the real Barranquilla. Go to the Shakira statue, all that stuff. That's how I spent Cali. My first time in Cali, I did that. I was only there for 2 days, 3 days. 2 nights, 3 days. The first time I went to Cali, Petronio. This is really good. I wish I knew about this restaurant earlier. I'd have came here every day. If I knew about this restaurant earlier, I'd have came here every day. Man, it's crazy. Man, it's good. All right, 2 minute warning. 2 minutes before we end the live. Any questions, let me know. We'll probably go live later on. But it'll probably be another IRL or on the main channel already. We get back to Barranquilla. We're going live on the main channel. Have a conversation for a little bit. Yeah. We won't do a deep analysis. We won't do a deep review on the main channel, but we'll go over the experience overall and plans for the rest of the trip. Oh, delicious, man. I wish man, it's right here too.
All right, y'all. We over 60 minutes. I appreciate everybody on the live. Again, we'll go live on the main channel when we get back to Barranquilla. Just to give a quick update. Not really a review, but a quick update for the rest of the trip. Plans for the rest of the trip. Appreciate everybody joining the live. It's your boy FRE. $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why, just check out the channel. I'll see you on the next video. Peace. End the live from here. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. Who's smacking? Yo.